Hi guys, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, you're so welcome. Hi guys, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, you're so welcome. If you're an old data subscriber, thank you very much. I do appreciate each and every one of you for being here, for always tuning back, for liking, sharing, and subscribing. We are still growing steadily. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I love to see those comments, I love to see those likes. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And for those who are new here, please join the fam. It's all vibes over here. If you haven't subscribed, pause and subscribe quick before we continue. So anyway, I just want to go straight to this video. And I know that I even on my previous video I mentioned that I was pivoting off of this type of videos, but some of you need it, and I was like, you know, why not? I mean, it doesn't hurt to help, right? You know, besides I'm here to do that. So anyway, I decided, let me just share this video with you guys. I don't think I've shared like the questions on how to answer them. So, and if I have, this is a refresher course for free. You don't have to pay me nothing, just go over it. Okay, so anyway, let's just go straight to this video. So question number one would be, what's the purpose of your travel? Why are you going to the US? So basically, I think I shared how to answer this on my first video as well. If you haven't watched any of my videos, if you haven't even watched my previous video, what are you doing with your life? Please, after you finish this video, go back and binge watch all of them. I promise you'll like something. Yeah, I promise you. Here you need to give the interviewer like you know, a reason, like why are you going? Are you going for school? Are you going to visit? Like what? If you're an F1 student, talk about you going to study, and you know, and then after study, what are you gonna do? And then question number two is, which university are you going to and why? These questions are more or less the same, but like these questions are like trick questions. Sometimes they ask like same questions differently, just to see if your story is steady, like, or if your story is the same, because you might not be paying attention, but you just keep on mumbling. It's just the same thing, like, you know, which university are you going to? I'm going to the University of so and so. In where? And what are you going to do? I'm going to Georgia State University in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm going to study engineering. Number three is, why did you choose this university and this course? Now again, this is just like basically piggybacking on question 1 and 2. So basically what they're asking you is like, what made you decide to choose engineering? Based off of my answer that I answered on question 2, what made you choose engineering and why this university? So you need to like let the interviewer know what this university stands out for, like what is it known for. If it's engineering, does it have the best facilities? What does this university have that any other university that offers engineering have? Number 4 is, why the US and not your home country? Like, why did you choose Georgia State University and not the University of Nairobi? And also, this is just basically the same thing. Like, does it have facilities? Does it have things that, you know, that they don't offer in the UN that they're offering in Georgia State or like in the US? So you have to do your research. And one thing about this American university is like they have administrators or people who are like international advisors who are just assigned that work of anybody who contacts them or like wants to request or like wants to inquire about the university. They will give, and they'll willingly, with quickness, because they need you international students to bring that money over here. Okay, so it's like they will give you everything about the school. So do your due diligence. And then number 5, are we at number 5? How do you plan on funding your studies? So these questions are mostly geared to like F1, because I was on F1 one time, so I am very experienced in that F1 process. So who is going to fund your studies? How are you going to pay your school fees? So if it's your dad, if it's your mom, your auntie, your cousin, let them know, my mother is going to fund my studies. Like, give full sentences, just don't say my mother. Give, like, be an adult. give full statements. Don't just give statements okalokanyo. Look like you are a little sophisticated, like you know what you're doing, like you're a very serious student. Okay, the next question is, I've lost the count. How are you going to fund your studies? Or like if you have a sponsor, and how much do these people earn? Like if you can pay for your studies, well and good. How much do you have? Because usually one of the documents that you go with to the visa interview are the bank statements, just to prove that whoever is paying for your school fees has this amount of money just set aside to fund your studies and your stay in America, so that you're not on the street. So if it's your mom, let them know my mother's gonna fund my studies, and how much does she make? Ask your parents how much. This particular question, I was asked this question, and that person asked me how much do they make monthly and yearly. If you don't know math, do it ahead of time. At the time I just had to do cha-cha-cha, you know, one time. I'm very good with my quick math. Ask your parents how much they make. They don't have to even tell you the exact amount. They just have to give you a rough estimate that will show, because anyway you have the bank statements with you, so make sure that those things match the amount you're saying. So tell them they make $8,000 a month, and then in a year they'll make this much, and yeah, have your facts and come correct. The next question is, do you have relatives in the US? So this is a very good question, and before you jump up and say yes I do, please call your relatives ahead of time. It's your brother, your auntie, whoever. Make sure that they're in good standing in this country. Just don't blab out, just you and your big mouth. Why am I so deep? Just don't go ahead and just say and put people's business out there. Yes, they're not in good standing, or they're illegal here. Like, confirm with them first, and then you know, ask them, you know, if they ask me should I say this or that or no, you know, you might be putting them in danger by you just mentioning that, okay, you have, because they will ask you, it's going to be a leading question, do you have any relatives in the US? Yes. What's their name and which state do they live? And let me tell you, here in the US, like, they only need a name, a number, and let me tell you, because they have all the records anyway, when they pull it up, everything pops up, including where you're hiding. If you're under the bed, your house, how it looks like inside, I'll be exaggerating, but like your house, where you live, and everything pops up. So they'll come for you even if you're living under a rock. So confirm with somebody who's here in the US. Make sure that they're in good standing before you give that answer. Please tusiharibie watu wengine, tafadhalini. This question is, have you ever traveled abroad? And if you have, just say yes I have, and which country you went to. If you haven't, like, no, it's going to be my first time and I'm excited. Again, don't just say no. Yes, say if it's yes, where have you been to? If no, like, oh no, it's going to be my first and I'm really excited to go and experience the US, go study and experience the US. Like, don't just give no yes answers like a goat. I use a goat a lot, but yeah. The next question is, where will you be staying? Are you gonna stay in the hostels? Also, logistics, before you move, you have to have known where you're gonna stay. If you're gonna stay with a relative, again, confirm. You might be going to stay with this relative, but they're not in good standing. It's possible. We finesse things over here, but confirm with them again. If you're gonna live in school, say I'm gonna live at the hostels that is offered by this school, or like this school offers accommodation and that's where I'm gonna live. Full statements, my friends. Full statements. Give a sentence. Next question, have you ever been to the US? If you have visited, say yes I have visited the US in 2020 August, or in August of 2020. Like, just give a statement. Or if you haven't, just say no, I haven't been to the US and this is going to be my first time. The next question is, what will this program do for you? This is a loaded question, okay? What is this program? How is it going to help you? So let's use engineering, since I mentioned engineering at the beginning of the video. So if you want to be an engineer, man, I don't know about engineering. Let's use medicine. Let's say you want to be a doctor, and they ask you, what is this course going to do for you? What is the program going to do for you? So you have to have, again, practice. If you wanted to be a pediatrician and this program is going to help you start your own practice, or if you want to be a nurse, like, what is this program? How is it going to help you? Because definitely you join something to get something out of it. So after this program, what are you going to do? You know, and most of the time you have to find a very strategic answer to answer, like to give to this question. You know, if you wanted to be a doctor, you know, after that I'm gonna come back and like help people, like help the country. Georgia. And the next question is, what are your plans upon graduation? This is also a trick question, just because they want to see that are you just looking to immigrate, or are you trying to just study and come back? So this is where now you show out. This is where now you say, you know, I'm going to study business, and we have a family business back here in Kenya. For those who didn't know, I am Kenyan, so that's why I reference Kenya a lot. So back to the question, my parents run a family business, and I'm going to study and therefore, you know, get the tools and get equipped with the knowledge, skills, and then come back and take over. Don't look like you're just trying. Well, that was my answer, by the way. That was my answer for the interview. Look at me now. Chocha. That's the theme of the interview, okay? Make sure that you're mentioning your intent of going back home. Make sure, caps, bold, underline, make sure you're mentioning to them your intention of moving back to the country after you have gathered all this information, knowledge, skills, everything. They want you to prove your ties to your home country. The last question is, how many schools did you apply to? Don't just look like you just applied to one, and also have your facts right. If you applied to 10, mention them. Like that, he might cut you short if he doesn't want to hear all of them, but look like you know something. You know, say I applied to Yale, Harvard, Georgia State University, Chattahoochee Technical College. Like, mention those schools, and how many were you accepted in, and how many were you rejected. So I applied to like 10 universities, mention them. I really was looking into joining Harvard, but Yale accepted me. I did get a rejection from Harvard, but Yale accepted me and they offer the same course, and I'm happy to go to Yale. Point blank, period, done. And that's the end. That's how we finish this video of today. That was a very great ending, and I love you guys so much. Keep subscribing, keep sharing, keep liking. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Keep watching and coming back. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Till my next video, bye.